Hey guys, welcome to Clockwork, Noodles for another reading of The Journey Begins. This is the fourth installment. This is the preparation for the interview. So you have submitted your statement of purpose. You have written it, you've cried over it probably, and now you finally get the call that you have been selected for an interview. You will be given a time, you'll be given the place, the location, and you'll be given a dress code. Make sure you follow the dress code. Just follow the dress code. It's your first impressions, and often enough it's like you get, I can't remember how long my interview was, but we're gonna read it and hopefully I get my mind jogged. So this is the 2nd of June last year. You have been invited to an interview. As time went by, the seasons changed and the UK grew colder. Finally, at the start of December, my email arrived. I was pleasantly surprised that I had made it to the interview stage. I had read that it can take multiple applications just to land an interview. My work hours had increased over the festive period, so I had a little time to overthink this next step. But I was researching. What questions should I expect? What should I bring? And most importantly, what should I wear? At this point, I had been wearing a uniform for my job for almost a decade. My last job interview was 10 years ago. I suddenly realized I couldn't remember what interviews even felt like. I found myself in a position of asking questions when we hired new employees at my own company. So suddenly I began to feel what it was like to be on the other side of receiving those questions. For the JET interview, you should wear a smart suit. The interview will take place at the Japanese embassy in London if you're applying from the UK. There is an embassy in Edinburgh for those applying in Scotland, and depending where you are, just check where your nearest embassy is. They will tell you where it is. After thorough research, I deduced formal attire as the best approach to the interview. It is surprising to hear about individuals not dressing appropriately for this, and just don't risk it, guys. It's really not worth it. You are applying to represent the country on an international level. It is imperative to make a strong and confident impression by dressing professionally. The suit you buy will come in handy. You will need to wear it for the orientation. You will wear it during your school life at big events. Most of the time you probably need to wear a suit or parts of a suit to dress formally for your work anyway. So if you haven't got a suit, buy one. It's going to come in handy. I headed over to eBay because it was Christmas time and I had limited funds, but I hit the jackpot. I managed to score a second-hand, barely worn suit for just under $100, and I already had a very nice tie to match. I read that red was considered lucky in Japan, so the red tie was in. You can opt for a skirt and stockings if you feel more comfortable, but I disliked the idea of having my legs on the show, so I went for a suit, which is quite nice. My friend also gave me some valuable advice. Always bring a notebook. It demonstrates that you are serious and allows you to keep notes. It also shows a genuine interest. I am grateful for this advice as I had never thought about it before. During the interviews I have conducted, it wouldn't have been seen necessary to bring a notebook to an interview. I wrote down some mock answers in my book, often to the most commonly asked questions, and I listed 3 books I would recommend to a class, and I also wrote down why I chose the prefectures that I did. I had chosen, and I do regret them to this day, Kyoto, Osaka, Yamanashi Prefecture. And looking back, I would have really swapped Kyoto for Nagoya and Osaka for maybe Chiba. But this is why it is important to do your research. It is still up for debate if your preferences play any roles in placements given. I have heard reports of people getting preferences and those who don't. People beg for snow and receive sunny islands, and vice versa. This is something that I can't help you with. Just be prepared. Just put something down that you think matters. Some people put something unlikely to be asked for and they do get it. So I had a friend who wanted Gunma. Only put Gunma. Gunma's not asked very often. People don't really put it down very much and they got Gunma. If you put Tokyo, everybody's putting Tokyo because they want that. You need to consider something a bit more unique if you do really want to get a preference that you want. If you're putting up Kyoto and Osaka, everybody and their mum and their cat, they're also putting Osaka and Kyoto. So you're unlikely to get it if you're amongst all the candidates across the world. Because bear in mind, you're not the only person, you're not the only country applying. Everybody is. The preferences simply give JET an idea of what you would pick if the option was there. It provides a talking point. It also shows that you have researched the country and know some places. One candidate I spoke to just left them blank, and they had asked them if they knew any towns in Japan, just to check that they still knew what Japan was and stuff. So this person left it blank, and then they physically asked them why they hadn't put anything in. I would put something in the fields just to be there. Leaving the blanks can be seen as flexible. If you do not have a strong preference, this approach could be more suitable for you. Overall, my advice is dress up, research, prepare for anything. Keep it in mind that there will always be a question you did not prepare for. In my next entry, I'm going to go through the interview questions, the experience, and what I got asked, and all the curveballs that I also experienced. So I hope that this is giving you some ideas, and hopefully that you do take some of it into consideration with your own application. Even if you're not applying, hopefully this is giving you some insight to the process behind JET. I hope you guys are having a great day. Bye bye.